turn back to the forecast here as we are anticipating Tropical Storm Debby to impact our area pretty heavily in the coming days.
That's right, Brad. Obviously, looking at this thing, it's still churning, but obviously when it gets here, we're going to have a prolonged period of rain.
Yeah, let's hope some of this dry air shuts off some of that rain. I'm a little more optimistic. Maybe some of the totals will be a little lower in some spots. The good news is it's really confined to one day. It's going to be Thursday that will see the worst weather. Now, it is wrapping up a little bit down there over open waters, but it's very wide. You see that kind of circulation where the moisture is wrapping all the way around. What we'll have to see is that little cluster right there. If we see some new development there, it might wrap back up and then pull more moisture back up in our area. So that's why we're watching this moisture plume, which extends way out to the east. We showed you the water vapor loop earlier. Dry air in the middle, dry air trying to get pulled down, but there's still this big moisture plume. So where does this thing get aimed? This is basically the fire hose of moisture getting wrapped around the backside. Depending on where that sets up, that will produce some of the heaviest rain. So tomorrow we expect most of the heavy rain will be off to the south and east and really east of our area. We could see some heavier bands try to make it into areas like Chesterfield County and Richmond County as we go into Wednesday. But it's really Thursday that we see the bulk of the impacts. High risk here, extreme risk to the east, and it's all going to depend on where that heavy rain band sets up. So the timing wise, you're looking at really early Thursday until about early Friday. So there's a 24-hour window here where you're going to see the worst weather, and it's all about the rain. Now, there is going to be a little bit of wind. That's one thing we've seen kind of trickling up a little bit here in some of the latest data. And even with the dry air wrapping around, that actually would supply some gustier winds. Lower the totals just a little bit. We're still looking at 3 to 6 in our area, 7 to 10 with 10 inches plus off to the east, but the totals definitely could be lower if that dry air wins out for a while. Flooding is by far our biggest risk, followed by some gusty winds, and that could bring down some trees just because the ground could get saturated and you could see some trees come down with some power lines. So Thursday, that's the day, pretty much starting before you wake up, 2, 3 in the morning into the afternoon. Flooding our biggest concern. Stay aware. Make sure you charge up your phones as well, just in case we see some power outages. So futurecast, I'll throw the wind speeds on here as well so you get an idea. Tomorrow's another day where it's relatively dry, so get out there and get your yard ready for this system. By Wednesday night, we start to see some of the rain bands start to move in. It's really early Thursday. Look at this, 2 o'clock in the morning, some really heavy rain moving in, and right there for Thursday morning, this will be the worst of it. Likely maybe 1 inch to 3 inches per hour in some of these rainfall rates. Sits over us until late afternoon on Thursday, and then it slowly starts to move away. So by Friday morning, we should start to see drier air pulling in as that southwest wind picks up and moves it out of here. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows Thursday and Friday, those are the days we want you to stay weather aware, but we're really emphasizing Thursday right now. Friday will be a rapid improvement, and by the weekend, even better with dry conditions and highs near 90.